links.
Whenever you get the link, I'm gonna need that bitch.
Are you subscribed?
I definitely should.
Better like.
If I'm not, that'll be free for him.
There we go. Look at you should have
There
it
we
ready.
go.
You got
Yep,
it
I
ready?
got it.
You got the link?
I'm gonna send it to you.
Alright.
They can hear us.
What's up?
What's going
What's
on,
up?
everybody?
Oh.
It's Chew the Fat with Smoove. We got the homie J Astro over here today,
What's going on?
co-hosting it up today. And we got a special guest who we'll introduce in just a minute. We're gonna get started. Today, the cars of the day are Ford GT. That's the black one with the silver trim. Just the Ford GT. It's about a, it's like 501 horsepower. They made that in the early 2000s. And then we have our GT 500, also Ford Mustang, in the winner circle so far. We'll see if that Ford GT could knock it out or not. We're going to take the votes in just a minute. But if you guys are paying attention to the title, right, we're going to be talking about addiction today.
And while you're looking at the title, like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. I need you to hit that like button hard, smack it, rub it, caress it, kiss it. I don't care what you do. Just make it turn any other color but white. And we're going to be good. Because I know some of you who are fans, so you got the magenta like buttons, the black ones, the blue ones. They come in different colors now, for whatever reason.
I didn't
But
know
yeah.
You got different colors.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Yeah, they did that. YouTube did that. They thought it would be interesting. But yeah, I don't care what color.
always updating.
Just do, yeah. They're always up to something, but I don't know so much about that. But yeah, we have a special guest with us today. We allow our guests to introduce themselves as they would like to be introduced. So go ahead with it.
My name is Haley. Just to be really bold and straightforward, I've been through a lot for my age. I am 18 years old. So you're gonna just learn a little bit more about me today and about what I know as my age and who I am and everything that goes along with that.
Yeah, so today we're gonna do it a little differently. I know you guys, especially who used to watch some of my older shows, you love to see me sit here and grandstand, right? But we're not gonna do that too much. I'm gonna keep the low frequency thing I'm gonna keep that to a minimum. So
yeah. A lot of people say oh, she's 18.
Yeah.
No, I
she's only 18.
I've always been told I'm mature for my age, so I'm.
Put it more towards her.
Yeah, I'm really I know a good amount for my age. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we'll see in a minute. We're gonna go and get into that in just a minute, right? So let's get the warm up going real quick. We're gonna go ahead and run it through the ringer real fast, so you know how that goes. Right now, what we have is 21 questions.
Here.
We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna ask 21 questions, and we'll see how
Don't look at the computer.
she responds to the 21 questions.
So the goal here is to just go. Don't
Okay.
think.
All right.
Just
At all.
spit out the first
All
thing
right.
that comes to your head.
All right. Who? Me? Same
Yeah.
first thing that comes to my head. Who?
Yeah.
First thing that comes to your
Don't
head.
think.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
So you will be
Of
disqualified if you pause.
Okay.
Right? You can, if you pause, that's the only thing you really can do. And you have to pick a side if it's a side to pick.
Okay.
So if I say left or right, you have to say right or left. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Don't explain your answer. Don't just go pick a side.
Okay.
Even.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
You gotta pick a hard side.
I feel you.
All right.
All right.
Okay. We're gonna see. She says she's ready.
I'm ready.
But
Shit.
Look down or straight ahead. Don't look at the computer.
he is making sure you are not cheating.
He's
is
making
not-
sure I'm
That's
straight.
because
I'm
I
on
cheated when I
point.
came on.
Playing no fucking
That's
games
the first
today.
question.
You know
He's not
what?
playing
This
no
is why
games
he's my
today.
best friend. This
He's
is why
not
he's my
playing-
best friend. He was
playing
keeping me on
no
point.
game.
He was keeping me on point.
All right. Android or iOS?
iOS.
Talking or listening? Which would you rather?
Listening.
Oreo or Chips Ahoy?
Oreo.
Dog or cat?
Cat.
Democrat or Republican?
Republican.
She said that so reluctantly. That was
No, that's
No,
Yeah.
no. Actually, I'm so sorry. I'm a Democrat.
Wait, which side? Wait, you said both.
Oh, you jumping
I'm
back
not
and forth.
political. I'm not political. Let's just say that. I'm not political.
Okay.
But you're a Democrat. Anyway.
Okay. Popeyes or KFC?
Popeyes.
Left-handed or right?
Right.
Which is worse, regret or doubt?
Doubt.
Would you rather owe money or owe a favor?
Oh, a favor.
Walmart or Amazon?
You said what?
Walmart or Amazon?
Amazon.
Uber or Lyft?
Left.
Alcohol or weed?
Weed.
Money or free time?
Money.
Morning person or night owl?
Night out.
Oh my God, I feel bad after you. But you are 18. Ideal manhood size in inches.
Wait, you said morning person or night owl? Night owl. Yeah, night owl.
Now,
yeah.
next question. Ideal manhood size in inches.
7.5.
Okay. Piercings or tattoos?
Tattoos.
Gun or knife?
Gun.
If you had to have a superpower, which would you rather? Be able to fly or invincibility?
Invisibility, yes.
Invincibility.
Invincibility?
Yeah, like
You're invincible.
impervious to
I always
everything.
wanted to be invisible, but invincibility, I guess so, yeah.
Okay. Boobs or booty?
Booty!
Yeah, I didn't want to ask all of these questions.
Booty! I love my booty. I love
20
booty.
questions.
Shit.
All right, missionary or doggy?
Missionary.
All right, great. Okay.
What
Next.
She got one wrong. She got one
was
wrong.
the one
so-
wrong?
No, we can't.
Democrat or
We can't.
Look, I'm not political at all, so that's why I'm like.
You won.
Whatever Trump wasn't, that's what I am.
Prize left. Let me get it.
So that's
We got a
Democrat.
prize. We got a prize.
Democrat is about the people. Republicans are about the money. That's how I always remember it.
No, it's a lot deeper
It's deeper than that,
Wait,
but
who-
that's.
Oh my God.
Who is
How do you
Trump?
explain it better than that to somebody who doesn't know?
Trump is
Take
Republican,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Then
But
I'm not
he's not
Republican.
He's not a representative of Republicans, though.
That was a really
he's
quick
just
question.
Trump. He is just Trump. You got one?
Trump.
We gotta give you a whole prize.
I get a shit.
He got the new car waiting for you out front.
No.
Man.
Okay. We got a at-home
shit.
marijuana drug test.
Smoove is on point with this shit.
Here we are.
Yeah,
You won.
failing
You won.
this bitch.
You won.
Failing this
Failing
bitch.
this
Failing this bitch. Failing that one.
Okay. So, okay. We're going to get right into it. But you did win. Hopefully you can find some use to that. We normally just have some prizes like that. If you watch the show, people
Nah, I'm gonna take that just for fun.
Okay.
I swear to God.
See how bad you failed.
Send you a picture.
Exactly. I don't even know how that works, but I figure it works.
My mom got a
Let's
like
just hope it
fucking
works.
$90 drug test at home,
Wow.
like for like
So-
coke, all that.
Oh, damn. You got all that? For the whole thing?
She's on point.
Okay. So, what we're doing today, right? We're pretty much going over addictions and the struggles of addiction and all of that stuff. We're going to give everyone an opportunity later on in the show to talk about it. I do want to get into some of the comments. Just
Ooh, they
real
going ham
quick.
already.
All right,
there?
All right, Midnight Haven up in his piece. She said, "Hey, people."
Botanical.
Hey
Alright.
Maya.
GC up
Hey
in his piece. She said, "What up?"
Tati. Tati
going on,
on there.
Tatiana Williams, hey friends, what's
Tati.
up, Tatiana? Bob Stevenson, why are all females say the same thing? I know more.
What's going on,
than
Big
they
Bob?
say.
Yeah, a lot
right.
of people say that, but if anybody knows me and knows who I am,
We're gonna put that
yeah.
to test in just
Yeah.
a second to see what's up with that.
Don't depend on
Oh. Okay, we got that. Okay. I guess the fake ones. Okay.
She
Alright,
said not
up in this
the.
bitch.
Somebody said
What
not
up,
the
Money
drug
Grip?
test.
She cracking the fuck up already. Alright. Bob Stevenson, give her brains for a superpower.
I don't even know what that.
Shit. They
Oh,
said
that's
give her
kinda-
brains for a superpower.
Damn.
Hi, Juliana.
Oh man. Okay, I hear you.
Look, you just ignored that.
They
Wait, what?
Crazy.
came in with the troll and they said give her brains for a superpower. And that happens. People gonna troll.
Y'all gonna see my
I had
brains.
some people say some
Y'all gonna see
Why?
my
things
brains.
about me. Yeah, people say some ill shit about me.
Young-
It happens. When
young-
you wanna hear,
But I've seen a lot.
they say that.
Everybody
Oh my
says
God, I
that,
can't keep one of
but
these.
I'm a different
Just changes the
breed.
voice to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
First shot's always terrible.
Heard it 10,000 times.
That's terrible to say, right?
Okay.
What?
I'm a
They
different
on
breed.
one right now. They
You are
on one
different
right
breed.
now.
Am I though?
So,
Are you though?
all right.
Question?
Just so y'all know, I can't take credit for this particular guest. Y'all know I'm pretty good at picking guests sometimes, but this one's compliments to Jay Astor right here. So.
Yeah, this is sis right here.
Yeah,
For
this
real.
is my bro,
We gotta give
yeah.
props. We gotta give props to the homeboy.
Y'all gonna hear some real shit. I don't talk
We
nothing.
had saw Jim Duggan, right, for bringing through Haley, right, and
That was a 2x4 guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Yeah. I want y'all to keep in mind that she is technically an adult, but 18. Just think about where you were at 18. So try to be at least somewhat sensitive to that, people.
No.
And I know, I'm not talking to the trolls because they're going through them regardless.
Look, trolls.
You know
I
what I
don't
mean?
fuck.
It is what it is.
I'm who I am. You
But
feel me?
you know, I think it's pretty unique for her to be at her age and battling with the situation that she is right now, which we're going to get into. But yeah, so y'all can go into how y'all met Jay Astro and Haley. Like, I don't know who wants
So
to
you want to
explain
go
first.
or you want me
I
to
can
tell?
start.
Okay.
I was dating this guy when I was a
15, right?
freshman. No, I was a sophomore in high school. His name was Dylan.
Now, little backstory on Dylan. He was like my day one homie. This dude was like, we grew up together from.
That was his sandbox.
Was?
Yeah, we grew up from like
Yeah,
5,
was.
6 years old.
Was.
Yeah, it was. We'll get into that a little
Gotcha.
later. But yeah, he was my day one homie. He's still the day one. You can't just like. get
I
rid of the
dated
day
him
one,
for 2.5 years.
And that's how we met. We met through Dylan.
We met through him.
Okay. So you knew him first.
Well, he knew him first, obviously.
Oh, and then he introduced
Yeah.
you to.
And then
Yeah.
I was dating him, and then so when I was dating him, he introduced me to Jason.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now,
There
Dylan was already down the wrong path when you guys met. He was already diving into his own addictions.
Yeah, he was
So,
just not.
Question.
He was kind of faking when I was dating him. But
In what sense?
his lifestyle.
Yeah, he was trying to be somebody he wasn't.
Yeah, he was showing me somebody who he wasn't.
Okay.
And
But you got both sides from Dylan. You got the real Dylan, but
Yeah,
his true
no.
colors showed.
No, I could definitely sit here and tell you he loved me, but not in the way that I loved him. He was the one who really affected my mental health. The one who really made me realize some shit about myself that I didn't know, or shit about myself that I shouldn't have known or been.
Which is?
He made me very depressed.
Like
Okay.
suicidal.
Suicidal depressed. So what were some of the things that he would do that would make you that depressed?
So-
where you got to the point of.
What's
So-
that?
When I started dating him, I had him for 6 months. And then after 6 months,
So he was going through things at home as far as like disciplinary issues. He didn't like order at all. He didn't take discipline of any kind serious. He
I
was
forget
very
what that's
defiant.
called. Is that called ADD? Or
no, that's
No,
attention
what's
deficit.
it called again?
He was just a defiant
He's just
mother
yeah,
lover, dude.
Yeah.
He's a rebel.
he
So with that being said, he had a lot of problems at home. He would lash out at mom and dad, get kicked out a lot, and that eventually led to him being put in a program.
and me and Jay were the only ones that he really actually had.
Yeah, we were all he had. He barely had
After
his mom
6
and
months of
dad.
dating him, he was put into a behavioral program, which lasted a year and a half, and I was still
So he
with
was
him.
18.
So what made him go into the behavior program?
His
What
parents.
did he do? Yeah, what did he do again though? He did
Punching
some-
holes in walls,
Oh, yeah.
tearing doors
Yeah,
up,
he-
cursing them
Was
out.
he
the
was he
whole 9
diagnosed with
yards.
anything?
Bipolar.
Me
After a while.
personally, with my knowledge and how I know people are, he was
Oh,
definitely
what is
bipolar, and he definitely
Anxiety,
had
depression.
he had everything
that?
that.
No, somebody put ODD. I don't know what the hell that means.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's what it is.
ODD,
He does. He has ODD.
What is that?
It's where
Put that in the comments. I forget what that stands for.
Yeah.
it means you have a problem with
Normaly
authority figures.
81. Please put down
Who's that?
the full meaning if you can.
ODD.
Oh, my dad's there. Hi,
Obsessive
Dad.
You can put the entire.
disorder, some shit.
Oh, my mom's saying ODD. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can Give us the full word. I do want to know what that is because I'm actually not familiar
I
with
honestly
that.
forget.
That's my mother saying that. It's
Yeah, she
it's
knew
having
that.
having a problem with authority
Okay,
figures.
oppositional defiant disorder.
Oppositional.
Yep.
That's the word.
Okay,
That's what it is.
cool. We
That's what it
appreciate
is.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, mommy.
So,
But yeah. So he ended up in the program, and
I was still with him.
it was like prison in a sense. You only got phone calls every now and then. So the relationship.
so you're doing a bid with him pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was loyal the whole time, dude.
And I found out
She held it down.
I had found out some shit about him and Jason, and it made me not like Jason at one point.
Like what?
I'm not gonna get into that, but
Me and Dylan went through a lot, bro. We had our ups and downs.
there's just shit that I found out between them both that made me feel very uncomfortable, and I really wanted to shut it down really quickly. So my ex Dylan shut it down really quickly with Jason, and they stopped talking. A little bit after Dylan disappeared, though, I came back
Get
into
into
contact with him.
because we just went completely out of context. Dylan, like when he up and disappeared, we didn't
Oh,
touch
yeah.
on that at all.
You're right.
When he got out of the program,
6 months after he got out of the program, he got kicked out of where he was living, and
he wasn't with mom and dad anymore.
No.
Mom and dad moved with his little brother to California.
Okay.
he was living with his aunt, and his aunt kicked him out because he couldn't do the
Then
simple
he went
stuff.
to his brother's. He got kicked out of there.
No.
He was in his brother's in PA. That's who got him the plane ticket to Cali.
No, he just visited there. He wasn't ever staying there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I digress.
6 months after he got out of that program, he moved to Cali with where his parents were. A month after him moving to Cali, he became homeless, a drug addict, and
The same shit happened, dude. He was real defiant, punching holes in walls, da-da-da. And
he was just not who I knew.
Okay.
He is the main reason. He takes part in who I am today.
Do you feel like he was struggling with addiction on his own, and that's what motivated him to behave like that, or was
Yes.
he already?
Oh
like-
yeah. When he went to
was all the way down the
California,
road,
he
bro.
became addicted to coke. That's why I told myself I would never do coke. But then, as we're talking about, that became my choice of drug. That became my addiction. But I told myself I would never, ever, because of who it made him.
Yeah, and you saw what it did to him, and made
Yes.
you never want to do it.
And then,
So,
yeah.
with that understanding and watching what it does to somebody else, what is it that still motivated you to
Do it.
even try it? Yeah. What was that first experience like? What happened that made you want to do it after witnessing what you did already?
Alright, so when he became addicted to coke, he also had cheated on me. And we were together
Go
for
into
2.5 years.
he's in Cali, bro.
He disappeared.
How did she find out?
He disappeared. He literally disappeared. I found out he was cheating on me all the way from Cali. Because, you know, me, if anybody knows me,
We're
I
from
find-
Jersey, for those of you that don't know.
Yeah, we're from Jersey.
So how old were you at that point?
17.
That was last year.
I'm gonna just
16.
Just
That was
let
2
you know
years ago now.
something about that. A 17-year-old isn't. You can't really expect them to be that responsible and that faithful and everything. That is
And she was,
17-year-old.
dude.
And I understand. Like this is a
I did
young
everything
man.
I could for
And I'm not
this.
saying
Oh, you're
it's
talking
right.
about Dylan, right?
It's not right, but at the end of the day, this is what happens.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it
It's
may
the
have
harsh
hurt you a
reality of
lot.
things.
It is, but it is a harsh reality that all of us are going to be introduced to at some point, or most of us, right? We're going to experience somebody cheating on us. You've been cheated on before, right? We all
that's
have
how
at
our,
some point.
My last
I also
relationship
just
ended.
recently got kind of cheated on too. 2 months after I met Dylan, I met this guy, and he's the one who got me addicted to coke.
How?
Was it just peer pressure?
I told him when I met him that do not bring coke around me. I know me because I was doing a lot of drugs at the time, but I wasn't addicted to anything.
What kind of drugs were you doing at the time?
During the time with my ex and him being in Cali, I was doing a lot of acid.
Acid.
Yes, that was
Okay.
the first actual hard drug I ever tried, besides weed.
Okay.
Besides weed, I tried acid, and I was doing acid a lot, and then it came to a point where I met my most recent ex. Not gonna say names, but
No, you don't have to.
a lot of people know. I told him off rips, like, do not bring it around. Because also when I met him, I was also doing a lot of ecstasy too. I was
Okay.
snorting ecstasy.
Yeah. A lot of times, ecstasy, you can't even get it pure.
You can't even really get
Yeah,
feeling.
you don't know what the hell
It's
you're
almost
getting
you
at
can't
the
even
time.
get weed pure right now. Like fentanyl's and everything
Mixed,
right now.
it's
They-
laced
that-
with
everything.
MDMA and stuff.
Yeah.
I was snorting ecstasy, and he told me, he was like, "You're doing this like coke. Have you ever done coke?" I'm like, "No."
What? Now let me ask you this: for those of us who don't know, what would make you snort ecstasy versus
Just popping it.
Popping it.
Okay, yeah. You would ask that,
I mean,
right?
I understand, but I
Well,
want
the
you
high
to-
hits you
I
quicker,
popped
right?
it
I know what happens.
I always
I've seen people
popped it.
ingest drugs anally and everything, so I understand what
Oh.
happens.
anally.
Yeah.
You've seen it in front of your eyes. You've heard about it, you mean. You've
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's
But,
not get in that. We're
Let's not
good.
get into
We're good.
Drink to that.
We're good.
But what I'm saying is that there's different ways of consuming a drug, and it has a different effect. Depending on how you
Yes.
take it, right?
I didn't pop it because when I did pop it, it didn't work.
Okay, it didn't hit you. It wasn't
But when
what
I
you were
snorted
looking
it,
for. It
it worked.
hit you right away, right? Okay.
It worked. It didn't work that much, but it worked enough. So he was like, "You do this like coke. Like, have you ever done coke?" I'm like, "No," because I know myself, and I know that is the one drug that I can get addicted to. I could do
So
all
you-
these drugs, but not get addicted
You
to
never
them.
feel like you were addicted to acid
No.
or weed or?
I didn't need it.
No, okay.
When I feel like I need it, that's when you know you're addicted.
It was want versus need, right?
I tried it.
Coke you're
and-
talking about.
Yes, coke.
But how? How?
When and how?
In detail,
Like,
just
okay.
explain that first experience.
It was a couple days after I had met my ex. He didn't make it official that we were dating, but we couldn't leave each other's side.
Got it.
We went to his boy's, and his boy was at a hotel at the time, and he had it. And he was like, "You want to try it?" I'm like,
So you caved to peer
Yeah.
pressure.
it wasn't even peer pressure. It was just one question, you know? Just one question. And, but the thing is, though, I told him off first, before that even happened, do not bring it around me. I will do it.
Well, let me ask you this: did you know him for using cocaine himself? Did you know he
My
used
ex?
cocaine? Yeah, the one we're
Yes,
talking
I
about
did
right now.
know. I did know that he, maybe not that he used it, but I knew that he did know where to get it.
Well, everybody knows where to get it, but
Not
you never felt like he ever used.
Oh, yeah, he
You knew
was
that.
doing it with me, yeah.
No, before you touched it, did you know?
Did I know
'cause
that he ever
you
tried
the
it or
need,
anything?
You felt the need to tell him never bring it around you. Do you feel like he was using it at that point when you told him?
He was my acid plug. That's the thing.
Okay.
So he was a plug.
Okay.
He knew where to get anything and anything that you wanted.
Okay.
So that's why I told him, I was like, because he saw me, like I said, he saw me snorting, like the first time I met him, we were in a hotel, we were snorting ecstasy, we were drinking, and he was like, "You cut that up like coke." He was like, "Have you ever done it?" I'm like,
So there was no coke around at the time, you're saying?
no.
It was
not-
just, it was just a
not when
question.
Yeah, it was just a question. And then one time, a couple days after we started hanging out, he took me to this hotel with where his boy was staying at, and his boy gave me a line, and
That was that.
Yeah.
You couldn't stop. Okay. So, how did it make you feel the first time you had it?
I honestly, you know what? To be really honest, I didn't feel anything my first time. It was my second time doing it.
If you didn't feel anything the first time, what made you want to try again?
Because since I didn't feel it, I wanted to try and feel it.
Okay.
So therefore, I did it
Curiosity
again.
killed the cat.
Yeah, curiosity.
So, what
killed
did it do to you the second time?
it made me feel euphoric. It made me feel up. Like, it made me feel.
Your
Different.
anxiety melted away, all that.
Honestly, though, coke gives you a lot of anxiety, but it's the best anxiety you could ever have. I hate to sound like a fiend saying.
No, listen.
shit.
Just express yourself. It's not a problem at all. That's, what we're doing here.
We
is-
don't judge nobody.
I want.
bro.
It's not about passing judgment or anything. I just want people to understand your experience. You know what I
No,
mean? Because
100%.
people don't know. People don't know.
Yeah, I even thought as though my problem became so severe that I admitted myself in the hospital.
How far along were you into it when you decided that you were
8
going
months.
to? You were 8 months into
8 or
it.
9.
8 months deep. So you
I
felt like
caught
you
it
were pretty
quick.
bad.
I caught it quick because there are crack and coke addicts who've been
You never
addicted for
tried
like
it in that.
years.
You never tried it in that form, in the crack cocaine.
I
form?
have tried crack. I have.
Was that a good experience, a bad experience?
I preferred even after then. I still preferred coke over crack.
How is it different?
Even though you're
most
usually
people say the opposite.
Yeah, usually people say the opposite because crack is the one step up from coke. When I tried it, when I tried it, I knew I needed help.
Okay.
That's exactly
So that was your
what
wake-up
happened.
call.
That was my wake up call, and then within a couple days later, I told my father, I was like, "Yo, we need to get myself help,"
Did your parents have any idea what was going on?
Yeah. They didn't know it was.
Did they approach
Mama
you
Deuce
to
knew
see
what
what
was
was up? Like, damn, you looking different, or this isn't you, or
Are you talking about from when and
like when you figure you're 8 months in and you're like.
My parents had an idea.
Behaving differently.
My parents had an idea that I was.
About it?
Because I even when I met my ex, he started living with me too.
Okay.
He was even
That's
selling.
very young. That's very young to be experiencing that. Like you're
Very.
with somebody and all that.
I hate to
How old was
bring
he?
it down. He was 18.
Okay.
He was 18 before I was.
Okay.
I hate to bring it really, really down, but
Let's go.
I watched my grandmother die, so I know I've seen a lot,
From there's natural causes, though, right?
I honestly she had these breathing problems that came out of nowhere.
Okay.
But if I'm trying not to be so pity me, I watched it flatline. So I've seen and felt a lot more than people have my age,
I've witnessed that happen to a few people that were close to me, so I understand what you're saying.
And my ex isn't even my
Serious.
boyfriend anymore, so it's like, once I left him, once I had to make him leave, it was like, now I have to deal with this addiction by myself,
Yeah, so you felt abandoned.
Yeah.
Did that make you feel like you needed more drugs at that point?
Yeah, I even did, that's when I did crack. That's when I did crack. He really put me in this perspective, because I had just gone through what I went through with Dylan, the guy that I met through him.
Got it.
And it was only 2 months later that I met this guy. So it was like...
So let me ask you, what makes you go all in so soon
with guys?
With young men, yeah. What makes you do that?
I don't know.
Do you think it's the borderline personality disorder?
I do.
Your impulses?
I get obsessed.
So we can get into that. Jay Asher, I'll let you explain what that is.
So we are both diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. It's one step down from bipolar. So if a doctor feels like you're bipolar, they do your little psych eval. They make a decision on whether you are borderline personality or you're full-blown bipolar. The difference between the two, bipolar is more, how can I explain it? There's more mania involved in bipolar. Your mood swings may be different. With borderline personality disorder, you're known to be very impulsive. That's really the big thing, is your impulses. How else would you describe it, Haley?
Definitely impulsive.
That's like the big thing that jumps out.
Let's go with
intense
impulsive.
episodes of anger.
What kind of impulsive behavior do you exhibit? Is it like, okay, you go ahead and buy something real quick?
That's how it is for me.
You
I
fall in
spend
love
hella
with someone
money.
really quick. Is that what you're explaining there?
Not just that. When I had broken up with my ex, I felt as though I was, and you would think like the person, Dylan, the person I met through him, fucked me up bad. Yeah, he did fuck me up, but I feel as though since I lived with my most recent ex and everything that I went through with him, and so short of a time that it was to fuck up, so short of a time to fuck up my life, it just it affected me way too much.
What I would tell you is that at such a young age, you have so much time ahead of you, right? You're 18. You have some breakups. You're gonna have more. There's gonna be heartbreaks, but at the end of the
Really
day,
doesn't.
you'll
Seriously.
be able to recover. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's gonna be
And
somebody else.
Look
who
at me
will
right
appreciate
now,
you.
sitting here, recovering. Like, I lived with him for like 8 to 9 months, and imagine living with an
Dylan she's
addict
talking
for.
about.
No. I'm not. I didn't live with Dylan. You know that.
Well, you guys
I'm
were
talking about Z.
practically living.
I'm talking about Z.
Z, yeah.
I'm talking about
My
Z.
bad.
Z is the main reason why I am the way I am. You know.
I know.
He lived with me from like 8 to 9 months, and imagine the arguments and the anger. Cause if you don't know, coke, when you're withdrawing from coke, you're angry.
Sure, absolutely.
You are very angry. You're
This guy
very
Z
irritable.
was
You're
real
irritable,
messed
right?
up on
What
drugs.
are some of the main symptoms that you experience? Like, okay, you have
From
anger.
crave?
You have from just withdrawal. You have anger,
All right, so
anxiety.
I will tell you off rips. Coke is the least amount of withdrawal feeling that you have. Like if you're
In
withdrawing from
comparison to a lot of other
yeah,
harder
like if you're
drugs.
withdrawing from heroin, it is so much more body affecting and everything like that. Coke is just more as though cravings, irritability, and sadness.
Okay.
It is the most least withdrawing drug you could do.
Okay.
Okay, so like if you were with if you were doing heroin or anything, you'd be throwing up if you didn't have it. So no, no, I haven't done it since the day before I admitted myself in the hospital, which was December 18th, and even then, they helped me, but they didn't help me. I could only be there for 3 days, therefore, because they're in the other wing of the
Okay.
crisis unit.
They
There
did
was
get you on psych meds though.
yes, but
And
now
how
I
much
don't
is that
even
going to
know.
help to put you back on a different form of medication? How is that going to help? You know.
I feel as though the medication was helping me.
Okay.
But now I haven't even been able to take it for a week because I don't go to the program. Do you know Princeton House? Do you know?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's where I was. I was doing like an outpatient program, but then they were gonna have drug test me, and the thing is though, I smoke weed. Like
Okay, you're not allowed to smoke
and
weed,
you're not allowed to.
even though it's legal.
Well, you're
now.
underage though.
Yeah,
I also,
okay.
yeah, I'm not 21. So it's like, I cannot, no, I'm sorry. If my father and my dad accept me smoking weed, but y'all don't, I can't be, like, I have to, you know?
Well, let me ask you.
I'm not addicted to weed, but it definitely helps.
Okay. So, have you tried other kinds of drugs besides, I know you mentioned ecstasy, cocaine, and weed. Anything else?
I've done, I knew you were going to ask this question. I really did.
You have a list?
I've done acid,
Okay.
shrooms, coke, perks, Xans, Adderall, Klonopin,
Shit.
subs, oxy, lean, molly, and crack. But honestly, I don't know if I've tried meth, but I
Oh.
definitely hit a crack pipe that apparently had the resin of it in it.
That's about a dozen drugs, different types of drugs, and just with that, you just gotta understand that you probably tried. There's no way you haven't tried fentanyl.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
No.
There's no way, bro.
No, you
I
have
would've
to have
died.
tried. Not what I'm
There's
saying.
no way.
Listen. What I'm telling you
I'm
is
telling
that
you, I'm on the same page as you.
you have to have tried it inadvertently.
I love you, Lena.
Inadvertently, because they put it on everything.
Everything, bro.
So what I'm saying, if you've tried a dozen different types of drugs, then yeah, you've tried fentanyl at some point
Yeah.
in your life. You know what I mean?
No,
we
but
had
I
a Dutch
haven't.
together.
Not on
that was-
purpose.
that
Not
was-
on purpose.
You don't remember that?
Inadvertently, because
But I
they
can tell you-
lace it with everything.
I can tell you, I've never.
On purpose did it. Yeah.
No,
I'm
not
just saying
on
you probably had
purpose.
traces.
I've never even done it. Period. I can tell you that right now.
How would you know?
I would know
How though?
because
would
of
you know?
me, because of all the stuff I've done and all the stuff I felt. I would know if I did fentanyl. I'd never done fentanyl in my whole entire life.
What I'm saying is that
Coke
you
is
probably
cut
never
with fatty
tried.
a lot.
What I'm saying is that it's in everything. It's in everything.
It's
They
not
put it. It is.
It is.
It
It's
is.
more than you think,
It
bro.
is. It is.
It's more than you think.
It
Trust
is.
Really?
it's in
I'd be willing to
everything.
bet.
Even weed is what I'm saying.
I'd be willing to bet money if
Everything.
had coke laced
Like
confetti.
the people who really cop drugs,
People
they have
move-
testers
Right.
to make sure
if you're
that it's not
investing
in
your
it.
money like
Yeah.
that, yeah.
But
because they cut
when I was
everything
doing
with that
it,
shit.
I did have somebody testing it in front of me.
Every single drug that you just mentioned, you've done that.
Not every single drug. No, I'm
And that's
talking
what
about the
saying.
drug
And I'm
that I
and
chose.
that's not the biggest of deals. That was just to make a point. Like, you know, they have that in damn near everything, and it's a dangerous thing. So, and there's really no.
Oh, somebody said
Safe
got
way to
kicked
do it.
out of Princeton House first drug test. Yeah, like I wasn't trying to. Yeah, no, I have to smoke weed. I'm sorry to say, that's why I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I couldn't. They were gonna drug test me every week, and I would have gotten kicked out anyways. You know.
Yeah.
Want to dive into some comments real quick?
Yeah.
I'm
we're gonna
sorry.
do
I
that.
have
No,
to
you're
do
fine.
that.
We get it today. All right, so here's all right. We gotta go down some.
Thank you so much for everybody who's supporting me.
Nina Forever 44. They said Haley love you. That's cool. Only Jews. You got this, Haley. You got some fans up in this piece, Haley.
I do. I got some supporters.
Shiasmer says, love you, Jay. Glad to see you on the platform talking about this. All right.
Love you, whoever
Kendall
you are.
Andrews says, stay strong, baby.
I didn't even.
Nina Forever says, love you, Haley. Okay. Let me see. GC, he's got. Okay.
Drug laced with fentanyl.
They just locked up 4 guys involved with Michael K. Williams drug laced with fentanyl. See. I mean, yeah, it's in
It's
they
in
put it
fucking
in.
everything.
I mean, I personally
Bro,
haven't
me, you, and
realized
Dylan
anything.
were smoking a Dutch, and it had all of us slumped. You don't remember that?
No.
We were all slumped. All 3 of us
Is it at my crib?
at your crib, yeah. We were all slumped.
Oh my
Woke up
God.
like, holy
Do you
shit.
remember that day that you were
So
there?
you really feel like, or did you know that it had fentanyl in it?
I feel like
I didn't.
she doesn't even remember, bro. Me and
My memories.
me and Dylan we would smoke like $70 to $100 of weed a day, bro.
I
Like,
can't
we
even
would
lie.
say what?
Me and my ex.
$70 to $100 worth of weed a day. That's like a quarter to a half hour.
That's what you do.
That's what we were doing at the
word,
time.
okay.
That's
So I wanted to
barely
ask.
even
I wanted to
smoke
ask
anymore.
about that, Haley. How much does this cost?
Love
you?
you, Maya. Every day, I was doing at least
At the
$40
least
now.
50, 40,
About $40?
Yeah,
$40,
bro.
$50
A $40 cocaine habit per week. So that's about.
per week. No, per
Per
day.
day,
No.
bro.
Well, I'm saying 280, about nearly 300 a week, which is
Right.
I don't even know
Pretty
how
much
I was
rent.
coming up with that
that's
money.
rent.
And
That's
I have
rent.
to pay rent to my
That's
mother
rent. Yeah,
too.
but it's rent.
2,
You could
4,
actually have
6,
your own
8,
place.
9,
Think about
that's
it.
$1,000, bro, a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because 2,
Yep.
4, 6, 8, and then that's not even the 80s behind it.
Yep, you're over 1,000.
Dad, I hear you.
You know
I'm
what I
just
mean?
trying to
you're talking
explain
about,
myself.
Like 1,100, 1,200. So that's a lot. That's a lot of money. You can pretty much have a nice, at least a studio in Jersey. You could probably get a decent 1-bedroom for that, just on your own.
You
know what I'm
know,
saying?
with all the coke that I bought
If it
and
were
over my
car
addiction.
payment, you could have been driving like a.
I always look back at that
2018
too. I
Benz.
could have had a car, a crib.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My addictions ate
just
up my
to-
money.
Just to think about that. There's certain things that you could do, and those aren't necessarily important to everyone, but those are just really large assets that you could say, well, damn, I could have been driving a Benz instead of doing this damn habit. If I had the same type of determination for whatever you had to do to get that bread, are you doing like a full-time job or a part-time job?
As of right now,
Mm-hmm.
I am unemployed. But since I was 15 years old, I've always had a job, on and off. Even if
Okay.
it took like 3 months to get a new job, I still had a job. I quit my job at Domino's as a pizza maker because my mental health and my
Wasn't right.
and I couldn't even
So-
get up to go to work.
I want to get back to the money thing, right? So that's a lot of money for somebody who's under 18.
Right?
You
Yeah.
weren't making that on the books, were you?
Hell no.
Half of my paycheck was going to coke, and I realized like I can't be doing this. Like I need to get a car, I need to live, I need to get a house. Like
Okay.
I
So
I
right
couldn't-
now, like, was there any point where you were unemployed and still had a habit?
when I met my ex, a week or 2, maybe 3 after I met my ex, I quit my job and I just was doing coke every day. He was living with
So
me too.
what would you have to do to support that habit?
I would ask people for money.
Like peddling in the street, maybe? Or?
Not on the streets. No, I would ask my friends. And,
Oh, okay. So just give me a loan or.
Yeah,
whatever.
like, can you please let me borrow this until like next week or. And it was really rough. It was really rough. But also, my ex was also in the picture too. Therefore, he could get money when he needed to as well. There was at one point where he was selling it, and that made it so much worse. I did half of his selling, and he still owes the guy money.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was rough.
That's not your problem anymore.
He wasn't.
Right.
He wasn't doing any drugs with you.
No, yeah, he was.
He was.
He
He was
introduced
an
her to a
addict
lot of
too.
drugs, bro.
He
So
introduced
he
me.
was selling it and using it.
Yeah,
Oh damn.
but I was the one who
Yeah,
was
he's
using.
That's
he's
where you
breaking
fucked
the-
up,
breaking
right?
the code all
Yep.
the way. So he obviously was not a very good drug dealer. Because
Right.
that doesn't happen. You don't get high on your own
Because
supply.
you don't just let your girl sell, like, fucking
And
snort
not
half
to
of your
mention-
shit.
And that's outrageous too. For you
Oh,
to have your woman
yeah.
on that is crazy. But again,
Like, you could have said no, bro.
he's he was really young at the time, and this is not to excuse it, but you can't expect. You're still a boy at that point to me. You can technically be an
And
adult,
it's like,
but we all have different maturity levels. You're not. He wasn't responsible.
it's like my mother let him live there. After a week of meeting him, bro. Not meeting him, but like,
Wait, your mom
fucking with
moved him in to your
I let,
house?
yeah,
In
yeah.
her house?
Yeah, I'm
Your
living
parents'
with
house.
my mother still and my little brother.
And he was allowed to move in.
We
Pretty
made
Did
it
they understand?
quick.
Did they understand?
They didn't even know.
So they didn't know what was happening. Do you feel like that was strange for them to be so welcoming with that?
Because he was so different from my ex Dylan. He was so from off rips. They were like, oh, I like him. Like he's nice. Like he's
Okay.
better than who the guy you were
Oh,
with
so it was a
before.
breath of fresh air because you were with somebody who was so much of a degenerate in their.
And then he
view.
ended up
They
putting
felt
his
like he was
hands
a-
on me and all the drugs.
So he was violent. Was it for no
Bro, I've
reason?
been this close to doing some wild shit over
How
it.
bad did the violence get?
He never like punched me or anything like that. Like but he has took me out twice to where I couldn't like.
You couldn't breathe. He would choke you.
Yeah, I couldn't breathe. I
You could
couldn't
die
see.
from that. You could get brain damage if once you start cutting off oxygen to the brain. You can absolutely get brain damage. So that could be way more harmful than a punch or a kick could ever be when someone cuts off
And
oxygen
even
to the brain.
then,
So
I
that's not a good
I
thing.
still wanted to be with him, and now he's already
Well,
with somebody
a
else.
lot of females who get beat would still stay with the female with the guy regardless of what, even if it's a piece of shit. That just happens.
Cause I knew that wasn't him, but like,
You felt like it wasn't him, and that's the whole thing. Females always want to justify
Right.
Yeah.
thing. You can't do that. Don't reward bad behavior. When someone does something
cause I called
to
the
offend
cops.
you or hurt you, like you can't stand there and take that.
Cause I called the cops at one point. I'm sorry.
All right, we did have a question. Somebody wanted to know if you ever had to. They saying shoplifting, but we're just gonna ask in general. Have you ever committed a crime
Me
in
have
order
ever
to
committed-
Oh, I've
support
s-
your habit?
I have.
You have. What have you done?
Oh, I caught theft charges off of the Xannies, bro. I would black
Oh.
out and go steal packages off of people's steps, fucking
Oh, this whatever.
I'm gonna say
shoplift, the whole
something.
9 yards.
Go ahead.
and I'm not gonna regret it because I did it. I have given sexual favors to get coke. I have. But
Is this with strangers?
no, not
People you knew?
strangers. Some people I knew, yeah.
So this
I
would be
think
like.
it was like one or twice, but I knew him. But I will be honest about that. I have given sexual favors in order to get drugs. I have.
And you feel like this is something you would never have gotten into ever.
If I
unless
didn't
you
meet my
have it.
ex, if I didn't meet my ex, shit, I probably would not be who I am today. You know, and it really sucks because one person can really fuck with you. They can really like.
Let alone 3, 4, 5, you know?
One thing that I do want you to do is I understand that you did run into this particular individual, right, who may have been a horrible influence.
Yeah.
However, unless they forced you, right?
No, I was never forced to do anything.
Well, here's the start. you want to accept the fact that you made a choice, and whether it's a poor choice or not, you made the choice, right? You have to accept that. You can't.
Yeah, and I do. I try not to blame him for my addiction because I chose to do it. But it's like I told him, and it came one ear out the other.
But because you knew, ultimately you had to still make the choice, no matter what. He could have put it right here, and you could have just pushed it away. It's no matter what. At some point, you chose to do it, and it's not. It doesn't make you a bad person. We all make poor choices in our lives, right?
Oh yeah.
But the point
Everybody
is,
has
the
devices,
point is,
like
you have to
you said.
recognize it. For you to really experience healing, you have to accept the fact that you made that choice, and you have to accept the fact that you can now make better choices.
With that being
because you're in
said,
control of your destiny.
what
right?
are you doing to heal?
Not interacting with people who caused me trauma. Because
You're also diving into spirituality, right?
Oh yeah, my spirituality has been. Thank you for mentioning that. Thank you. I am not a religious person at all.
Shout out to my brother for putting me on to spirituality.
At all, not religious at all. You could sit here and talk to me about God, and I'd be like, I'm sorry. Like, that's just me.
I'm gonna say your mom had something in defense to say. She said she also wouldn't stay living at home without him, and they wanted you safe with me. So, I mean, I guess they figured you would be
Better off at home than in the streets.
where they could actually monitor what you're doing. So, I mean, I understand that logic.
I hate to bring my mom on blast. I love you, Mom. Her telling me recently that at my exact age, she had a coke addiction.
Oh shit!
It's like a mirror image, dude. Like
It's
the stories
like-
I've heard.
Wow.
Has she recovered fully from it?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's all that matters.
All that.
So-
At least from what I know, she has fully recovered, and it's just like, wow. I'm really an
Is she able to
mirror
offer
image
some-
of my mother.
Is she able to offer some insight, being that she was able to experience what you're experiencing now, but
I couldn't
recover
tell
from it?
her for. Honestly, I never told her that I had an addiction.
But once you did, she was very supportive,
No,
right?
she found out that I had an addiction,
Right.
and
Alright.
that was the hardest part.
we got another comment from GC here. It says it's about the liberation at this point. You're only 18. You have so much life to live. Those
Yes.
guys are out of life, and the road to recovery begins now. And that's what I was getting at.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I say you have to accept responsibility and be accountable for it, your
Oh,
actions.
yeah.
But that's just the first step, because at
Yeah.
this point it's like you know you made a bad choice, but you have to understand that you control your own destiny. So you can now make
It's like
good
in the
choices.
AA books, your first step
I
is
can't blame my
acceptance.
ex for putting me on it, but I can only say that my first time trying it was
Sure.
because of him.
Okay, and that's
My
understandable.
continuation was my fault.
You can blame
Yes.
him for introducing it to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Not
Yes.
even that. Not even that. I mean, yes and no. I mean, sure they have some blame, but you can't focus on that because you can't control
Right.
that part. You can
Yeah.
control your life, right?
That's what I'm
And
trying
right
to
now,
say.
I want you to move on.
And
from
I
that
control
part.
my life
Put
as
that
much
part
as I
behind you
possibly
because
can.
you have to get that out of your mind to the point where you forget about that and you just understand that at this point in your life, you're responsible for forging your own path, right? You control your own destiny.
Once I turned
And you make the
18, I
choice.
knew.
And you don't have to do that anymore if you don't want to.
Yes.
Right? You control it. Nobody is going to make you do it. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point where someone's trying to make you do it. But at least right now, that's not what you're facing. You're with your parents. I'm pretty sure that's a safe place for you. So,
My father is my best friend, so it's like
that's good.
I can tell him anything.
So how does he
Yeah.
feel about it? And did he know prior to
He's
this?
watching right now.
Did he know prior to this that what
he
you've
was
explained to
very-
us about it? Like you even had to...
He was very sad.
Almost.
He was sad, and he was very like, I wish I could do more for you type time. 'Cause
Okay.
my parents split when I was 15.
Oh, so you don't live with your father?
No, I live with my mother
Only your mother?
and my little brother.
They were
How long
together.
has your father been away?
It's coming. I'm pretty sure my mom said 3 years in the car, right?
Yeah, 3 years. Yep.
It's been 3 years since they've been separated. My father.
But other than that, your father was a positive influence on your
Oh
life,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. And-
I didn't have a bad childhood at all.
I stress it a lot. A very lot on this particular
bad.
show.
No, you're good.
I stress it a lot. the importance of a dual parent household.
Yeah, we
and
dove into that.
We had an entire show on that.
Y'all go back and watch that.
It's tough. It's tough, especially when a young lady is in her impressionable years, and you can't control it. If you're not happy with who you're with, then it is what it is. But what you want to try your best to do is make sure that you choose your spouse wisely. Just be careful about who you have children with, because it's going to take two of you to raise a child. And it's not easy. Especially,
it takes two.
Listen, a daughter needs her daddy. It's extremely important.
And that's why so many people are so the way they are, because of an absence of a parent.
Yes, absolutely. And we went over a whole show with that thing. But,
yeah, I definitely watched that.
What I want to know is... Hold on, we had another good one. Someone asked if you had professional help. And
at the crisis center.
Yeah, and we went over that a little earlier, but we'll let her go more into it.
Let me explain that real quick. December 18th, actually December 17th, I went into the hospital, and this was actually just only a couple weeks after me and my ex had separated, because he was living with me. I didn't know what it felt like to deal with an addiction by myself. So I talked to my father, and I said, please take me to the hospital. I need it. I need help. I don't know what to do with my drug addiction. I don't know what to do with my health. So, December 18th is when I officially went in at like 11 something in the morning. I wasn't waiting in the ICU for like a good amount of hours. It got to a point where I was like, yo, I don't even like a fuck no more. Like, get me the fuck out of here. Like, they were like, you're suicidal.
Crisis centers are shot out.
Yeah, they were like, you're suicidal. We can't let you out. I'm like, bro, get me the fuck out of here. I don't even want this shit no more. They gave me some medicine. I calmed down.
What did they give you?
Ativan.
Okay.
That shit don't do nothing for me. I digress.
It calmed me down. They gave me food. I was fine. And then I went in. They had a bed that opened. So I went into the crisis suite. Mind you, this isn't even the first time I went into crisis.
Okay.
This is the second time. This is the second time I went in as an adult. So the last time I went in, I was a minor.
So with that, not to cut you off, what age were you when you first tried drugs?
When I first tried drugs?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like besides weed?
Yeah. Okay, well, even that.
Even weed?
Yeah.
I was 13 when I started weed. I was 15 when I started drugs. Because I started acid. No.
Oh, acid was 15.
Acid was 15. I started coke when I was 17.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy to think about, because your parietal lobe doesn't fully develop until you're like
so
23,
you fuck that shit up.
I want to say. Yeah, we started drugs real young, all of us around the way.
Have you ever taken drugs to the point where you feel like you were close to ODing, or have you ever OD'd? Or
I've never OD'd. I've always known my own tolerance and my own, what's it called? I've known myself. I know myself.
Okay.
I know what I can and I can't take. I know what I shouldn't take. Like, you know how he said that he was addicted to Xanax?
Yep.
Me, I have very high anxiety.
Okay.
My anxiety is very high. So Xanax just puts me to sleep. And if I'm awake on Xanax, I just remember. I don't remember shit. My memory is shot.
Yeah, you black out on them things.
And I don't like that.
Got it.
I have certain things that I know about myself. I know how I work. I know a lot about that.
But, alright, so where are you purchasing your drugs? Are they off the street, or like...
What, the coke?
Yeah.
For a while, it was Camden. And then, I found somebody who delivered to my crib.
Okay. And the reason I asked that is because you're saying you know your tolerances and everything. However, I ran into some people who were into the coke game, and I've seen some pretty questionable.
That's the rich people drug.
I've seen some questionable things that they would cut with. what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Laxatives,
Yes.
fucking melatonin,
Especially
whatever.
laxative.
All kinds of crazy shit. So what I say that to say, you could know your tolerances, but you don't know what's in that particular batch because it could be a drought. If it's a drought, it's probably gonna get cut, and if
Right.
it gets cut, you don't know what they're cutting it with
More than
because
half
they don't
the
care
time.
because they're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say you could know your tolerances, but you never know what's in that particular
Let
batch.
me let you know. More than half the time, it's cut with something.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. It's
always
you're not
cut
gonna
with
get.
something.
You're never gonna get
Especially
raw.
in
anything in the
Jersey.
high 90s.
You're never
over
gonna
here.
get raw.
No.
You're lucky to
And
get
if you
50,
do-
60.
Yeah. And if you get
You're
raw,
not getting
you're.
nothing pure.
But it's mostly cut with like.
Anything that's a
MDMA.
white powder. Anything that is a white powder that they can.
Or a
Get
vitamin.
their hands on.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I'm telling you,
oh
melatonin,
my
laxatives,
God.
fucking everything you can think of, bro.
I have this
Crush
one.
up Xanax. Crush up
No.
Perks.
No.
Yes, I've seen everything,
I've
bro.
never seen that. But let me tell you one story. I had this one time where I got, because I was going to Camden religiously.
That would be pretty dangerous because in Camden
would
you're
think.
probably gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
You would think.
And then they're
Oh yeah,
probably
because I'm
gonna have-
white and I'm small and I'm like,
they're
you
gonna-
know, you would
They're
think
gonna
that,
figure
right?
what you're there for already.
And then they saw me coming more often, so they saw my face. They knew what was up.
Yeah, they're gonna start showing love. They want you to keep coming back.
But let me tell you one story. I strayed away from Camden once, and it was this guy. I don't know, JK or whatever the fuck. And I think he cut it with baking soda. And it was 4th of July, bro. I'm at 4th of July. We're outside, and I'm sneezing. I'm fucking having
Oh my
this.
God.
I'm having this allergic reaction. My nose is puffing up like this, bro. I swear to God. And I couldn't breathe. There was just snot coming out. I was like, I told my ex, I was like, you have to take me home. I'm having an allergic reaction to something right now. And it's like, it sucked so bad. I even still have a video of me sending it to him, like, bro, this is not fucking normal. Like, this shit is not okay. Like, what the fuck is going on? It wasn't laced with anything deadly, but it was just the fact
You just
How
have
do
an
you know
allergic
that?
reaction. That's your sinuses.
bro,
You're
I mean-
alive, but still, you don't know what the fuck it was.
bro, I
You're
don't
assuming
know.
it was
If you
baking
didn't
soda.
go ahead and send it to get tested, it's almost impossible.
Bro,
to
it
know
was
what that is.
terrible. It was terrible. I was like, what
Somebody
the fuck?
saying this has been out here was just saying that that's the problem. That's why fentanyl is killing so many people because people don't know what they're getting.
I
My mom
overdosed
said,
on
I
fentanyl,
def
bro.
don't do it anymore. I know you don't, Mom. I was just letting them know, you feel me?
But they said baking soda works wonders. Them drugs get stepped on like Gregory Hines all the time.
It's so easy to cut that shit with
They
baking
will-
telling you, they
soda.
do it
stretch
with
it to the
everything,
max. Hence, you
They
never
do it with fucking everything.
Wait. You can never be too sure unless you have the same dealer over a period. And
Somebody said, what about drinking?
okay, what about drinking?
I don't have a drinking problem. Actually,
you drink?
alcoholism, I do drink.
How much do you drink?
Not that much.
I don't really know, but alcoholism more than drug problems runs more in my family.
No, she doesn't have one of the glasses here today. She's not 21.
I just got my black glass, my back
no drinking for
black raspberry.
you. You gotta be 21 and drink here. So sorry, guys.
I'm chilling though. What's it called? I don't have a drinking problem, but I do realize that I had been drinking more than what I usually had been drinking.
This is as of late.
Because I was so clean from drugs, I wanted
You needed
something
something else to kind of grab onto. Okay. What is
And
it?
weed can only do so
What
much.
is it that? What kind of a feeling do you get to where you feel like I have to take a drug, or I have to drink, or I have to be doing something?
When
Are you
something-
running from something? Is there something bothering you? Is there some type of pain that you haven't addressed that you think about that you're trying to get away from? What is it?
It's just this mental pain that I've had since I met my ex Dylan.
Okay, so you haven't gotten over that situation yet. Have you?
I have, but I haven't.
Okay.
I still to this day wonder, like, where the fuck did he go? Where is he? Like,
Is that something that would trigger you to just to use like
you know,
just by itself?
anything can really trigger me. Like me arguing with another female. I need a line right now. I'm so. This
It's
bitch,
almost like needing a cigarette to calm down. That's how I describe it. Like certain people
Some
will.
people,
Yeah.
some people won't get that. But yeah,
You get what I'm
it's
saying,
an
though.
escape.
That's how
no,
it
a lot of
is.
people
I'd be
do
like,
that, but
bro.
some people that don't smoke, they don't even understand.
You know
that
how
shit.
some people be like, I need a cigarette? No,
yeah,
bitch, I need a line.
I need to calm down. Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
no.
might take a shot. No, I need a shot, and so
Right.
it's a getaway really quick, and I understand that. So, and that's what I'm saying, and I say that to ask you, what is it, specifically that you can target, because with an issue like this, you have to get to the root of the problem. You can say, I want to stop taking drugs, but every time that you have this situation where you feel that way, you're still going to want to take drugs.
Oh,
And
I
that's
have
the problem.
cravings all the time.
So, if you can try to address the root issue, which would be this pain that you're having. Why are you having this pain? You don't have any physical pain, but you're having a mental pain, like you explained.
It's so weird.
it is-
It's so weird. I do have a little bit of physical pain, but I think that's because it runs in my family. My mother has do you know what fibromyalgia is? Probably not. It's okay.
No, I don't. Go ahead. I was gonna wait for you to explain.
It's a really like affecting body, muscle, bone feeling
Okay.
where you are in pain like
All the time?
the time. And
Does cocaine get rid of it, or help? Or?
you know what's really fucking funny, bro? I love doing drugs by myself. You would think, you want to do drugs in a big setting and party and all that. No, I
I'm
would
the
sit
same
there
way.
and do coke and just sit there
By yourself.
by myself for hours.
Well, so it's not a social drug for you. This is you have
This is me.
you have a dependency on it.
Exactly,
But-
and that's why it's
but
called
we-
an addiction.
The main thing that I want you to, I'm not a professional, right? But I mean, me just knowing what I do know is, I feel like if you are able to address the root problem, which is you dealing with this pain, right? It's not the drug. The drug is like a byproduct, but the root is the pain that you're experiencing, the things that you're running from,
Right.
this anxiety that you're dealing
Exactly,
with, this
yeah.
hurt, right? This anguish
felt like
that you're
nobody,
dealing with.
like-
If you can, understood.
That's part of the.
So you
borderline
want to really
personality,
get away
feel
from it. You
abandoned.
want to forget about it. It makes you forget it. And as long as you can stay high, then you never have to deal with these issues. So
I hate to cut you off. Somebody asked me, what's my coping mechanisms?
Other than drugs,
Other than
spirituality is a big one for you.
spirituality, yes. I hate everybody doesn't want to fucking hear that shit, like that
That's
religious
because
shit.
it got turned into a trend. Spirituality.
But no, bro, that really helped. I cleanse my room with sage every single fucking day. I do everything I can.
the new thing. Everybody's going hard with the damn
Hell yeah,
The
bro.
sage and the healing crystals, bro.
And not crystals, but I have stones. And not only that just helped
You have
me.
rose quartz on right now.
Now, okay. So now, this is what I want to ask you, because right now, you haven't touched anything
since
the
December
18th of
18th.
December.
Yeah.
All right, we got a
Maybe the
question here.
17th.
Besides spirituality, is there anything? What's giving you that
From
power
getting
to
high.
keep your mind from craving getting high?
I try-
What are you doing?
I smoke weed. I try to.
I mean, that's better. That's kind of
It's
like a
definitely
parachute versus
better.
a free fall.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Um,
Parachute
people-
versus a free fall, for real, yeah.
So I mean, I understand that, but ultimately,
But ultimately, besides that,
if you did weed recreationally or for something other than an escape, I would feel good about it. But I don't feel like there's almost anything that you can do. It could be food. It could be. You don't want that type of
an
vice to where you're
addiction
running.
is not just drugs.
Absolutely.
An addiction
Some people
can
are
run
addicted to anything.
so much more. You can be addicted to gambling, alcohol, drugs, sex. You can be addicted to anything. And like my mother just said, drug addiction on my mom's side, alcohol from my dad's side. I have addiction on
so
both sides.
This was. Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mom just said that. My
Wow.
mom's on this booth.
So you said your dad was addicted to.
No, my dad, no, it just side.
Okay, well his side of the family. So he had like siblings and different things.
Like his father,
His side was alcohol.
my
right?
papa, my dad's dad was a severe alcoholic.
Okay.
And my mother's mom, my grandmother, who died a couple years ago, she was addicted to alcohol too. But then again, my mother's sister, severe drug addict.
Okay.
Severe drug addict. So it's like,
So
I can't win.
let me ask you: have you witnessed, like some things that happened due to the addictions, or were they able to hide that from you? Were you able to bear witness to this?
It was very hard to hide it. I can't even lie. Sorry, Mom, to put you on blast. Love you. But when my mom really found out that I was doing it, it was when my ex was living there and I had thrown a spoon out that had a little bit of residue of coke out.
Oh,
You read the story. And she told me one day, she was like, I went in your trash and I saw a spoon that had some white on it and I licked it and it tastes like coke. And I was like,
Shell shocked.
I was like, what the fuck? Oh, shit. I'm like, all right, you got that one. You got that one. Shit. All right, yeah.
She really wanted to know because she took that bitch out the trash and licked it.
I love you,
I'm
Mom.
like, fuck all that part. Oh no.
I'm sorry, Mom, but when you told me that shit, I was like, damn.
That's one for the kids.
I wouldn't want no bad, but damn, I don't know if I could lick it. How about you, Ashley? Would you be able to lick that?
Would you?
I don't
know about
If it was your child? If it was your child?
If it was my child, yeah, probably.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna say no on that one, but
You're
shout out
gonna
to
say
Mom
no,
for
I
being
could.
damn determined about getting it.
Right. Thanks, Mom.
wanted to know.
I guess.
So when she found out,
When she found, oh
What
my
was
God,
that
it was
conversation
crazy. It was crazy,
What was that
actually.
conversation like?
When she found out that I was still doing it, I was actually in the middle of planning on leaving to go to New York with my ex. So the same day
To
she
stay?
found, yeah.
Shout out Sean, man.
He's on there?
Yeah, him and his wife are watching.
Where?
They're watching. I don't know if they're in the comments,
Oh,
but
shit.
they're watching.
Maybe.
I digress.
But, I forgot what I was talking about. What the fuck?
you were talking about their conversation when your mom found
Oh,
out you
yeah.
first started
So-
using drugs.
The same day, she didn't find that wasn't the first time. She found out I was still using. And, it was crazy because that same exact day, like literally like hours before I was ready to go to the train station to leave to go to New York and move out, like she told me, she was like, I want you to take this drug test. I said, bro, it's not gonna come back clean, bro. It's not gonna come back clean, and I'm leaving right now, so you don't even have to worry about it. It just all happened so periodically that it was just like, whoa. And I only stayed in New York for like a month until I was kicked out. Me and my ex was kicked out.
What, for like not being able to pay rent or just for doing
No.
other shit?
So what had happened was my ex's mom thought that I was still pregnant because at one point I was pregnant and I miscarried.
Oh shoot.
And
And how old were
Sucks,
you when
bro.
this happened?
18.
Okay. So
Um,
this happened very recent because you're still 18. When did
yeah.
you turn 18?
I turned 18 in April.
Okay.
And she thought that I was still pregnant, and that's why she was gonna let us in and shit, and she was gonna help and all that. And she realized I wasn't, and she was like, "You gotta go." And then my ex was like, "Well, she's gone. I gotta go too," you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Naturally.
Naturally, that's what you would think. So that's what happened. Then we moved back into my crib, and then just it was still a shit show from there.
Damn. So let me ask you. You at that age, you generally have friends that are like from high school and different things like that.
Sometimes, yeah, I have a
what-
very small circle.
Have you lost a lot of friends due to the addiction or just, you know?
The only
'cause-
person I almost potentially lost was him.
Really?
And that hit me way more than he thinks.
No, I know. Trust me.
So what happened?
Tell?
I don't
If you
really
don't feel
remember the
comfortable.
specifics. No.
Here it seems like
Without
you do.
diving too deep into it, we were both pretty fucked up, and from my side, we took it out on each other. You know.
At one point.
What do you mean?
At one
You
point.
you go into it because you remember the
No,
whole
no,
thing.
no,
I
no.
was so
We were
fucked up, I
never
don't
really
remember.
like the only time we had bad blood was when I was dating my ex because of what I knew about him and my ex and all that, and I just didn't feel comfortable with him talking to him. But it was only a couple months after
Dylan went in the program, right?
no, after he moved to Cali that I really started talking to you, correct?
Yeah, we got closer.
Yeah. And then when you
we had like that trauma bond because we both lost them. You know
and
what
I
I mean?
hate
Okay.
to
That
say,
was my
I hate
day
to call
one.
it trauma bond because we have more than that, but
Well, that's what it derived from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
trauma that we both shared from losing someone who was so close to us.
I hated him at one point. I hated him
Why?
because of what I knew between him and my ex.
We're not gonna go into
I
that.
don't
it's
think it's
deep.
yeah, it's not worth going into. I hated him. I didn't want my ex to talk to him. I didn't want him to have any part of him. I didn't want anything to do with
I
him.
mean, it's up to you if you want to clear it or not. People are going to make inferences just by how you're.
They had a certain
address it.
relationship that I just didn't.
Yeah, me and Dylan were tight, bro.
I didn't fuck with. Let's just say that. They had
Okay.
a certain relationship I didn't fuck with. And I hated him for a while, to be really honest. And then it came to a point when Dylan disappeared that I really started talking to him more, and I really got to know him, and I knew that he was he was better than, when I met Jason, he was off the Xannies, he was a wreck.
I was shot the fuck up.
He was not who he is now. He
Okay.
is so much better. He's so much better. So when I met
Thank
him,
you.
it was a lot hard. You're so much better. I love you.
Love you too, bro.
But it just really, it could have been, the way we met could have been so much better. But I'm glad we met and we connected more and all that. So
It was. We both hated each other, if I'm being honest, because
of how close we were to this one guy.
yeah, Dylan was getting pulled from me because he switched up for the female. He literally, like, we would hang out all day, every day, bro. All day, every day. We practically lived at each other's houses.
Got it.
He's who, for those of you that don't know, I rap, I produce music, da-da-da. So, Dylan gave me the inspiration, other than, you know, the people I had in school, teachers and whatnot. He really gave me the inspiration to continue doing music. I taught him how to write.
Okay.
And,
And he ran with it.
right, he ran
Okay.
with it,
And I ain't
and we
even gonna
ran with
lie.
it together.
I ain't even gonna lie, that's my ex. He got bars.
Bro, his pen was, like, my pen is crazy.
I just listened to it today,
And-
honestly.
The shit that I taught him, bro,
So
took
I mean,
him to another
to me,
level.
I don't see like that why that would be such a thing just because people are cool. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
It
People
wasn't
always
just because they were cool. It was a whole situation, and I just didn't fuck with it. It wasn't because of how cool they were. It was just something I knew about their past, and I didn't fuck with it, and that was that. And then he disappeared, and I realized who Jason really was in my head. Because as you know, what is my intuition?
Your intuition's on point. Like, there's no cap in that, bro. Her
I
intuition
didn't-
is on point
I
100%
didn't
of
stop
the time.
I started talking to him for a reason.
Okay.
Because I knew how solid he was and how better he
Okay.
could have been. What
I
did
gotta
my
get into
mother
a
say?
couple of joints. We got Only Jules says, were you ever scared when you started all of this?
I was never scared because I was depressed.
And okay. And your mom corrected you. She wiped her finger on it and tasted her finger.
Either way,
She
Mom.
didn't lick the spoon.
So
Just
she
so
didn't
you-
lick
just
it,
so
her
you
finger
know.
licked it.
Either way, Mom. He was on.
You licked
he was
your
on
finger,
go.
not the spoon. We get it.
Alright, wait.
Yeah,
so,
that fan
alright.
is kicking.
Okay, she also says,
it.
Only Jules
That's
says,
the Mac.
I'm glad you
Well,
have
that's
a
the
best
computer
friend
making that noise.
that is there for you and no matter what you go through.
Wait, I need to know
And
what
Heaven
happened.
says, wait, I need to know what happened between him and your ex.
Oh.
And wait, now I have a lot more questions. Explanation point, explanation
You
point,
can't, or we
explanation
can't.
point, explanation
Hmm.
point, explanation point.
Look, as long as he wants to talk about what happened between him and my ex, that's fine. I just don't feel comfortable because I feel as though he doesn't feel comfortable.
I don't, but when I was a kid, right, I talked about it on the very first episode of Chew the Fat. You guys can go back. I was molested as a kid. For years, I was convinced that I was gay.
Okay.
Me and Dylan were in a relationship for 5 years. We were tight, bro. Like, in a relationship.
I didn't find out none of what he was about to say until after
Dylan
he went
was
into the
a
program.
closed door, bro.
Okay.
Me, I was the same way, but as I got older, I figured out, you know, A, I wasn't gay, and B, I wasn't gay. Like, that just wasn't me.
Okay.
But through those years, he came along when I was still being molested. And me and him got so close that he got me out of being molested because we were always together, and, you know, I just got out of that. And the both of us, we, for lack of a better term...
And that's not your fault. You couldn't have
no, but,
done anything about the molestation. I mean... And I can see how that can cause a lot of confusion, not to mention all the other traumatic things you said happened in your life.
it's
So
just,
y'all can go back and watch
it was
the
just
episode,
what I
but,
knew about what happened.
But you didn't
between-
have the context to be able to make a
Right, and it was
decision as to
me
what it was.
that went and told her that because she didn't understand Dylan and why he was the way he was.
He told me what I know.
Yeah, I told you. Dylan didn't say a word. And when I did finally speak up...
he officially... No, I remember... did I tell you that he...
Yeah, you told me, but this was after the fact. This was after I opened up about it. He was kind of forced to because she had so many questions. It was just like what I just did on the show. We were just getting asked so many questions. I was like, all right, fuck it. They were in the same situation, you know? Dylan was getting asked all these questions, and he was finally like, fuck it, I'll tell you. And, yeah, so... With that being said, the relationship that me and him had, she had no idea that Dylan was that way, you know, that he experimented in that way.
Heterosexual anyway.
So you felt betrayed because you felt like he was hiding something from you.
And he had introduced me to Jason. We had hung out
As a
all
friend.
together.
He introduced you as a friend, but
And
he was really...
Yeah, that's exactly.
He had a sexual relationship. I can see how that could piss somebody
and
off.
that really set me like... I don't want you talking to him. I don't want you being around him. And then when
I
he
can see both sides of it because it's like, all right, on one end, it's like, it's deception, right? And no one appreciates deception, no matter what. It's like, just tell me and let me decide how the fuck I want to consume this.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I found out when he was in
But at the same time, it's like, how do you say that shit to somebody as well? Because, okay, now you're going to look at me, you're going to...
she found out when he wasn't even around.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things. It's a touchy subject. I don't think anybody really here could say that there's a right way to do that. Fortunately, you're able to come to an understanding after that, and that's all that matters. You both were able to move on from it. It seems like you're really tight right now, so
yeah,
fuck it, right?
I fucking forgot about all that shit, and I was just like, my bad.
You good.
I forgot about all that shit, and I was just like, you're a real nigga, and you're doing all... I'm sorry.
Careful.
My bad, I'm sorry. You a real bull, and I fuck with it, you know? Me and him have been close ever since we started talking again after him.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if he ever came back in the picture, it would be really weird.
Okay.
I don't see that happening, though. He hasn't, like... Bro, we talked about everything.
I was the last person he spoke to.
I haven't heard from him in a year, bro.
I haven't heard from him in a year.
Well, you know what? Listen,
Not even
some
family.
people live in your life for a season or a chapter or whatever you want to call it, and you move on.
Blessings and lessons.
You know what I'm saying? You keep going. That's all you have to do. You keep going. You're going to meet new people, right? You'll have new experiences. You have so much time ahead of you. 18, shit.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody were to pull my coat at 18 and tell me a lot of the shit that I know now, I would have been either a millionaire or a billionaire already. Seriously.
For her mom and dad, and people that don't normally tune in, how old are you? You're double our age.
I'm 42.
You're exactly double
I would have never thought.
So that's where all the experience and the
thought.
knowledge is coming from, for those of you that don't know. This isn't some, 25, 30-year-old that's just spitting game.
Somebody's asking, are you taking calls?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah.
215.
Let's do it. Let's turn on the calls. We've been running our fucking mouth this whole time.
Hold
on.
215-666-6230.
I'm about to put the number on there. Let's do it.
I love you too, bro.
Hotline on there. And I didn't get any goddamn votes. And I want more likes. Please like, share this piece. And secondly, I need some votes. I need to know if the black Ford GT or the old school 67 Ford Mustang GT.
Get that Mustang out of here. That got my Corvette.
I need to know. Somebody's going to have to vote.
He threw my Corvette off the table,
votes
bro.
and likes. Please do. Votes and likes.
Vote for the black car,
and then we're
whatever
going to take calls. I'm going to need at least 5 votes, and then I'm turning the phones on.
Yeah, we need 5 votes.
need
That
5
way
votes.
there's no ties. We
Yeah,
can't
need
vote.
As
Us
soon as
three
we get
cannot
5
vote.
votes, those are going on. Or even 3. I'll take 3 because I don't want to waste any time. I want to get right to the calls. I need 3.
Fuck that. We
votes.
need 5.
No, 3 is cool. 3 is cool. 3 is
Ah,
cool.
come
3 is
on.
cool.
We need people to contribute.
Uh-oh, red car.
Get it out of here.
Uh-oh. 460, 67.
Oh, that shit
Nah,
hard,
get that
though.
shit out of
Yeah.
here. Nah, fuck that.
It almost looks like Eleanor, don't it?
Nah,
You
get
know,
Those of you who watch Going in 60
it's
Seconds.
crazy. I only know about cars. Who said so proud of me? Thank you, Jules.
Black car up 1-1.
Yeah, keep that black car up here. Come on,
UPS
vote
truck,
that
you
red
can't
car
do
out of
that,
here.
Brandon's video. I'm glad to see you're a loyal watcher. Shout to Brandon's video, even though you're trolling right now. It just lets me know that you've been watching us for fucking weeks, at least. Appreciate you, dude. But vote for real. Midnight Club, black car.
Black
red.
car, come on.
It's time.
Oh,
One more vote. Who got the tiebreaker?
One more,
Who got the
come on.
tiebreaker?
Black car.
Who got the tiebreaker? Somebody
Come
got the tiebreaker. We got
Black
one more.
card. Stop
One
trolling.
One more.
Get that red car the fuck out of here.
The next vote is going to take it. We need
Black
red or
car,
black.
black
Red or
car,
black. The
black
next vote is
car.
going to take it.
Come on.
It can't be somebody who voted already. But the next vote, bring the UPS truck back.
Fuck the UPS.
Yo, the next vote is
guys.
gonna do it. Actually, no, fuck that. And we're gonna give it 10 seconds, and then I'm gonna give Haley the vote. I only gotta admit, y'all setup is dope as fuck. I appreciate you, Only Jules. We trying over here. I've been working at it for a little while. We're getting better, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hopefully you do. Hopefully you hit the like, subscribe. The GT.
Everybody stop what you're doing. Like, share, subscribe.
The 4 GT
They're
or
both
the, or the
GTs.
Shelby GT.
Black
500.
car.
Black red.
car. Let's go. Get that red thing out of here,
Oh,
bro.
shit. It's
Period.
over.
Give me
Let's
my
go.
time.
It's over.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, we got another vote for Always Bet on Black. Alright, it's over.
He says
It's
sorry.
over.
It's
It's
over.
over. It's over. Give me that. Sorry. You're no longer in part of the winner's circle. You had nice
Is that a Corvette?
No,
that's
it's
not a Corvette.
That's it.
67 GT 500.
Goodbye.
And it's here.
Oh, period.
Everybody going for the black now,
Alright.
for real. All right, ready?
Goodbye.
See
Good
ya.
night.
All right.
That's
Good
what you
night.
get for getting my
Winning,
Corvette.
winning. We got the black GT 5.
That's people my
GT.
good night
The
streaks.
4 GT wins. All right, so I'm going to put the hotline up real quick. I'm putting the hotline up, and I'm welcome on your calls. It's 215-666-6230.
Call in, motherfuckers.
Let's do it.
Mom,
Y'all ready?
Dad,
Mom,
call in.
215-666-6230.
Wifey,
And
y'all
anybody
can
who
call in.
anybody who has a question,
Aiden,
go
call
right
in.
ahead. We're ready for you.
Yeah,
We're
anybody
again,
call
we're going
in.
to try to keep
Any
the
and
low-
everybody. Let's get
We're
it.
going to try to keep the low frequency shit to a minimum just today. Normally I'm with
Somebody
that
call
shit.
the
I'm
fucking-
all the way with the shits, but today we're going to keep the low frequency shit to a minimal, please.
The number is now on the
The
screen.
number's on the screen. 215-666-6230. We have a 20-second delay. That's the only reason it took that long.
Somebody call.
Take it to the streets TV. Chew the fat with Smoove.
This
What's
is
up?
Jay Astro and Haley. What's going on?
Yo, Ethan. What's good, cuz?
What's
What's
good?
going on, bro?
Seven.
That's the age.
Yo, I just want to say, everything you said, Ivy, is so real. Because I'm over here struggling myself. I'll say this right now.
You talking about me, bro?
No, he's talking about
Oh,
himself.
alright.
I'm over here self-medicating myself. with
You self-medicating yourself? What are you on right now?
I'm on liquor and weed. I've been drinking heavy as hell.
Lil bro's 16.
I've been depressed as hell.
You're 16?
Everything you say
Lil bro is 16.
what? Yeah.
You're 16 and you're drinking and smoking right now.
Religiously.
Yep.
What are you dealing with that's got you doing that?
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak?
Break up.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
No, fuck that.
Look,
Now, you know what? Time out.
Listen
Time
to
out.
Smoove.
Time out.
Listen
Time out.
to
Time out.
Smoove.
I'm about to start giving out red pill courses over here. I've been through that shit. No, for real. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna give out red pill courses. I'm gonna show you how to
You don't
win
know what the
out
fuck
this
that
bitch.
means.
Listen, I'm gonna show you how to win with women. Period. You always have the advantage without taking advantage.
Close your ears.
If that makes any fucking sense.
hey,
Well,
Aiden.
it does. It doesn't. It probably
No,
doesn't make sense.
let
to you,
him
but
talk.
I'm
He needs to hear this.
I'm going to work with you as an individual, and you will do well with the ladies without hurting them.
He's gonna come on the show with us too.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
He's gonna be.
I'm gonna get you right.
Yeah.
We got. Well, if he comes, he needs a parental consent.
Hey, Aiden.
But
Yeah.
we're absolutely with that. But go ahead. What you got, Haley?
Aiden,
What's good?
you good.
Yeah.
Trust me. You good.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you.
You good.
Listen, you can DM
You
me.
know
It's
me.
Smoove. Follow, subscribe. Throw a joint in a comment. Throw your joint in the comments here. Not just the
Yo, just
live
go to
chat,
my page,
but the
Aiden.
comments.
You'll find me.
Anybody
Trev
find me.
_Smoove.
Yeah, Trev_Smoove. Just call me Smoove though. Hit me up. Listen, I'm open for it. I don't have much time, but when I do get DMs, I address them all eventually. I'll get you right, man. I hate to see people struggle with ladies, with finances, with credit, all of that shit. I know how to freak it. Let me help you. All right.
Listen
Holla
to
at
him,
your
bro.
boy.
He's real.
Holla at your boy. I've been through all the bullshit, and I know I've worked on it and got better, and I'm going to continue to get better. So, and I don't have any problem with aiding people get to the next level. I love to see people excel.
Look,
all right.
look, Aiden. If you ever you know me. Me and Tati are really close. You ever want to talk? You want to talk? Let me know.
Yeah, but this is what I say. I'm not going to say drinking is bad for a person 16, which it is, but I'm not going to say that it is. When you're doing it to cope, you're going to get into problems. You don't want to do it to cope. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to open the lines back up. I appreciate you for calling in, bro. I appreciate you for watching. Please do subscribe.
Love you, little bro.
Please, if you already haven't, please do share this to as many people as you possibly can. Go to your Instagram, share the Instagram chats, and hit everybody, or a group message, text message. Just let them know you should watch this shit. Post on your Facebook page. Whatever you can do, we appreciate it, and we're going to continue to excel. This doesn't pay us right now, so we're putting our own bread. Once it does, our show's going to get even better. I appreciate you. I'm going over to the next one. Take It to the Streets TV. Chew the Fat with Smoove. J. Astro in his piece, and we got a special guest, Haley. What's happening?
What's going on?
Can you hear us?
What's going on?
Alrighty.
Wait.
Have a good one.
Can you hear us?
Whoever that is, call back in.
Yeah, call back in. It's
Excuse
okay.
me.
Call back in.
Call
I
back
still don't
in.
know how to do it. Flash
Fuck
on
it.
this shit.
Excuse me.
Call back in.
That's that old ass house phone.
We're all ears. Here we go. Take It to the Streets TV. Trev Smoove. Chew the Fat. We got Haley over here and J. Astro. What's happening?
Who's calling in?
Hold on. Who we got here?
Hey, what's up? It's Layla. It's Layla. I hear the line beeping. Click over because I've been on the show. Click over.
Oh, okay. We're here. What's up? What you got, Layla? This is our other co-host, by the way. Go ahead. What's up, Layla Gray?
She does card readings and all that.
Hi. Oh,
What the fuck?
She was saying click over.
I was like,
Oh.
That means, but
All right, cool. I thought she had something. Anybody else who
right
does
back.
have something, let us. We're going to take it in for a few minutes
I'm
before
gonna
we
be
get
right
up out
back,
of here.
Smoove.
You got to go?
Yep, I do.
She broke the seal.
I have to pee.
But if anybody else wants to call up, yeah. Hopefully she's pretty quick because they might want to talk to her. But,
no, they're gonna want to talk to her.
we're gonna
But,
do a
I
quick
mean,
music
I've-
break. This
I've been
has
doing it all
actually
myself,
happened
you
two
know.
times in a row. Sometimes, we're here for quite a while and people have to piss.
Yeah, we're way over time, bro.
I don't have a fucking time. That's what you're gonna get to. That's what you're gonna get in your head. and
Shout out to
everyone else will.
Rhubarb.
We
What's
don't-
going on, bro?
I don't think
Hope I said that
up in
right.
this bitch. But yeah, if y'all want to go ahead, we appreciate y'all for coming through. Please do hit that like, hit it hard.
Yo, can you
Please
throw
do
the
that share.
now I'm body joint on?
I don't think I have it in here.
Let me see.
No, I definitely can't step out. Give it to me this week. I'll put it on next week.
Sweet. What works best for you? Like an MP3?
It doesn't fucking matter. I could get
I can
anything. It
send it.
don't matter what you do.
Here we go.
All right, Take It to the Streets TV. Chew the Fat with Smoove. J. Astro up in his piece. We also have
What's
Haley,
going
which
on?
will be coming back over here. And what the fuck's going on?
That's that 666, bro.
Probably. I'm gonna change that. But yeah, if anybody else wants to call, we go ahead because we're about to be out of here in just a few. To be honest, but
Great show. Great show.
I think so. And I
That's really
appreciate
what she
everybody
needs,
for calling
bro.
by, but we absolutely need, and pretty much what we're going to be doing here, I'm going to be stepping it up. The idea is to help people in the very near future. You're going to start seeing some crowdfunding happening because I want to put money where my mouth is, even though if it's not my money, but our money. We're going to start doing things. We don't want to just talk about it. We need to be about it. So we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be active. Also, if anyone has any services, because I see people say, hey, listen, are you doing counseling, this and that. If you offer counseling services, if you offer any type of help, legitimate help. If you are licensed, you're a
You also
professional.
tap into Lady Botanical. She does card readings and all that if you're into
And
spirituality.
that's good too.
If
But-
you're not into spirituality.
But for something like this, I would try to get this, and not to say, listen, let the gravy go hard, or
you got enough room?
Yeah.
with all of that, and that's dope.
Okay.
For this particular situation, I feel like she might need a counselor or anything. If anybody offers those services and they are legitimate, they're licensed and everything else, definitely hit us up, man.
In our area, there's Oaks Integrated Care. There's a bunch of different places. Go ahead and Google.
Take it to the streets, TV. True to Fat with Smoove. Jay Ashton with his. So is Haley. What's happening?
Hello?
Who we
Yes,
got on
sir.
the phone?
Who we got on the phone?
Yeah, this is Sean.
What's
going
happening,
on,
Sean?
Sean?
How
Hey,
you been?
Sean.
That's the homie.
What's up, bro? I'm watching you guys.
Okay.
What's
Much
up?
love, man. We appreciate the support.
You guys rock, bro.
Thank
Hey,
you.
we appreciate it.
You
We
got any
appreciate
questions for us?
Huh?
it.
You got any questions?
No question. I just want to say what's up. I just want to say shout out.
Thank
No
you,
doubt. We appreciate you.
Sean.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you
Keep
so
tuning in,
fucking
bro.
much.
Like, share, and subscribe for
Yeah.
us.
You guys talking about some great stuff over here.
We
Thank
appreciate
you, bro.
We
Yo, I
appreciate you.
seriously
Wait.
suggest you go back and watch previous live streams.
Off,
Yeah.
off topic.
Well, he don't care about the topic no more.
Take it to the streets, TV. Chew the Fat with Smoove. We got Jay Ashton and Haley up in here. What's happening?
Hey, what up? Okay, it's Layla. What's up, y'all? Hey.
What's going
Okay.
on?
What's
going
up?
on?
So first, I just wanted to say, because I was dying to know the dynamic of the relationship. Also, I appreciate you keeping it 100%.
Period.
I was kind of too hard on that shit.
She was about to do cards on that shit. She was so curious.
No, you need to do a reading on me, girl, for real.
Bro, we could
She was
arrange
gonna
that. We
find
could
her
arrange that.
You guys want readings. If you guys want readings, I'm all for it tomorrow.
I'm all for that.
You guys kept it 100%. I got you.
I always keep it 100. You know me.
On me.
Word.
And secondly, I wanted to ask Haley, because I did ask in the comments, but you didn't really get the answer into it. As far as your coping mechanism, I know you said spirituality. That's one thing, definitely.
Definitely.
But, like, do you have any interest, like playing instruments, dancing, anything outside of, like...
Yo, hold on.
I
Before you
really-
go into it, she has bars, bro.
Okay, but what's he like?
She has a pen.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of riding experience, a little bit.
She's got a pen, bro.
But my coping mechanisms are usually just like being around people who aren't around what I'm usually around. Cause it makes it so much easier to not be around what I'm supposed to, like what my body wants to be around, you know?
Okay, that makes sense.
You know? Like just hanging out with people who don't do the same stuff as I do.
Appreciate you.
That makes sense. That
Definitely.
makes sense. Good vibes and
All love to
positivity. Just
everybody in the
stay around,
comments.
like, you know, people that different interests and with like minds, so just different interests. That makes sense.
Perfect.
Okay, you're still super young, but you got a whole future ahead of you.
Definitely.
girl.
Super
You
young,
got-
but I've been through a good amount to
from
talk
what I
about.
gather.
Oh,
But,
my.
like, legit, I'm proud of both of y'all for keeping it real. Stay clean, Haley. I'm gonna get you with a reading. I owe Jay Astro a reading forever now.
Oh my god,
Yo,
I
you
would
did a
love
card reading
that.
for me on stream. You don't owe me nothing, bro.
Instagram, Astro's already on it.
I would love
Yeah,
that.
I'll send you her, I'll send you her,
For reading at some point
I'm
tomorrow.
so interested
Awesome.
in
Yo,
that.
I'm
I
gonna
would
tap
love
y'all in
that.
right now.
Yeah, she's A1. All right, Lily, we're gonna let it rock
She's
out.
just
It's
like
almost time to go.
I love that.
Appreciate you for shouting us out, calling up. We're there.
All right. Bye, y'all.
All right, later. I think that'll be that, unless we get one in the last few seconds or whatever. But yeah, we definitely appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Again, if you're watching this later on, please do hit that like. Please do hit that
Follow her,
subscribe.
message her so
Please
she
do
knows
hit the
it's you.
notification
Yeah.
bar
Send
so
it
you
to
get
I
it.
like her.
Right now, we're
She's
only
good.
doing Wednesday evenings from 8 to whatever. And it's going to increase very soon. I'm going to be doing multiple streams. There's going to be a lot of things that you see happening
Y'all gonna see
in
me on
the,
here
in the
again.
very near future. It's going to get real. And this channel is very humble right now. I started it just a few weeks ago. But it's going to get way more real than this really fast. It normally takes 2 years for a channel to grow. We're going to beat that. In 6 months, I'm not going to be the same channel.
Fuck no.
Promise you.
You gonna be big, bro.
All right, this is it. We're you the final caller. Take it to the streets, TV. Chew the Fat. What's up?
Lucky me, it's GC.
What's happening with
What's
you?
going on, GC?
I just wanted to commend everybody just for and kind of like bearing your souls. I think it's important for people, especially for those that are struggling with addictions of their own. I think everybody kind of has their quirks or,
Everybody got a vice, man.
It's facts.
glitches in the matrix, and I think this could be helpful as well as cathartic to people that
You said
are struggling with
cathartic.
their own demons and all of
I
that.
love
So, being that you
Don't
quit
know
since
these.
December, what advice would you leave people with, Haley, with regards to what allows you to remain steadfast, even though you
You're
may
right.
have impulses every so often, or things that fighting forces within that may try to convert you or make you revert back to old habits.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
What kind of advice
what kind of
would you
advice
give
would
those
you give
people?
those people who, for how you're staying clean right now? What would you tell people who you think have the potential to not stay clean? What would you do? What would you tell them? How do you do it?
To give you something to piggyback off of, me personally,
Yeah.
I've always been big on being an open book. If you live your life, the whole Floyd Money Mayweather thing,
If you're
Yeah.
if you
Total
live your
shit.
life hidden away with a bottle and you keep bottling it up and you explode every now and then, that's not a way to live. You got to
No.
find something to put your faith into if you can't put faith into
you
yourself,
have to
you know what I
find
mean?
yourself, bro. Yeah, you really do
So you-
have to find yourself.
I know.
This
What I
is
will
it.
say to kind of answer the question a little bit. I know you did say spirituality. You got into that, and that's kind of helped you direct. And
Yeah,
what
I
we're
think
telling you,
spirituality's changed both of our
you need a
lives.
hobby. You need a
Seriously.
hobby. You need something to keep you occupied. Something
Get
that
into
could.
music with me.
Because listen, I'm gonna tell you. Listen. Your brain needs a
Word
dopamine
up.
hit. There's different ways of getting a
I'm gonna
dopamine
get her
hit.
into music, bro.
Music
Real
can do it. Music can do it. Has that helped you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You need something that excites you. Something that is
Music
exhilarating
is the
to
reason
you.
I live, bro.
To you, right? You have to have something that you're passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Something that'll keep you occupied.
And that's
yeah.
the thing. You were always passionate about writing, and you fell off.
Yeah.
You need the right network. People who are doing what you're doing
only
and going
because
in the
you
direction that you're going.
But he opened it up for you. You
He
know what I mean?
opened up my path of lyricism and
So- Hey, Dig, while we got you on, you got anything else you want to rock out, GC?
Leave sis with
I
something
think
inspirational,
this is
bro.
an excellent session, and I hope a lot of people watch it because I think it could be helpful to so many people, especially now. It's troubling times. It's so much depression is going on around the
Oh,
world.
yeah.
It's a very
Hell
turbulent
yeah.
place, and people are suffering. So I think this could be helpful to those that have their own struggles, fighting their own demons. So,
Oh yeah,
good job,
demons can be something serious for real. You just gotta fight them bitches.
Called demons for a reason.
True. We appreciate you for calling in, man. Definitely.
With that being said, with what GC just said, everybody, take time out of your night real quick to send this to somebody who you think needs this. Seriously, even if it's just one person, share this with somebody who needs this. Seriously, y'all can change your life.
Yeah.
With a share button.
Post it on your Facebook. Share it in your Instagram to everybody. Like, there's somebody who
Right.
needs to hear. There's somebody like who might be dealing with something, and it would be motivational for somebody to say, "Damn, look at this person going through it. They're only 18. They're able to get out of it. They've been, you know what I mean? They had to persevere. They had this pain. They had to struggle. They were able to get out of
Facts.
it. They had to work towards it and get out of it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's something that a lot of people deal
Even
with.
when you're young, you can really fix that shit real quick.
You have more time when you're
You have
young.
more
If you're
time.
older, you can fix
You
it
can
too.
still do it.
There's
It
no
all
time
depends on
limit
what
on
you're
healing.
determined to do. So we appreciate you for hitting us up, man.
Always appreciate
We'll
you.
holler at you.
no doubt.
All right. Later.
You guys, for selling out.
So,
Sorry,
wanna
Mom, for
wrap up the
selling you
comments?
out
Yeah,
a few
we're-
times.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry,
go
but
over a
I'm just
couple more
talking
comments.
some real shit. You know
Hey.
me, Mom.
Jackie
Oh,
Kushember, if your comments were restricted for whatever reason, I don't know what happened to you.
what
Unfortunately,
happened, Jackie?
sometimes
Clean it
YouTube
up.
just does that.
I
Even
know.
if you say something wild, I've seen some really.
But no, sorry,
things
Mom,
come
for
up
like
on here.
trying to sell you out in any type of way. But
that-
like,
anything
I'm
with
just trying to
drugs
explain
tends to
Yeah,
get
myself.
there are
restricted.
certain flags. If you want to convey your message in any other way, you got a few seconds to do so. Sorry, it didn't come up for you.
She
And you
said
read
even
that
for
last one,
selling
right?
me out a few times. No, it's nothing about selling you out, Mom. It's not
I
selling
mean,
love. It's
part-
explaining
part
my
of, it's part of her
experience.
story. It's part of her story.
All love.
And
Yeah.
I don't think anybody. I think it's more important
I'll be helped
to
too.
worry about it. Who it can help, and it might help you in a way on your own, just to be able to express this and to understand that you're helping other people who may be dealing with the same thing, and definitely if someone's watching who needs it,
Just
they can hear it. It's just motivational to
needed
see that
this.
somebody's able to get out of their situation, or at least to start to get out of their situation after going so
I think
deep
the
in.
big point is here, sis. You're a real inspiration. For
Yeah.
real, you might not even realize it.
I
And that's what we
try because I've been through so much for being such like the minimum age, like
Yeah.
18. It's like you're talking to an 18-year-old trying to learn shit about that, and it's like how old are you again?
I'm 42.
Double
You're
my
42.
age.
How old are you?
I'm
21. He's exactly
You're
double my
21.
age.
You're 21. You're 42, and I'm an 18-year-old sitting right next to y'all trying to tell you some shit.
And that's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
You know, and it's like I've been through way too much for my age.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not too late. You'll be good to go. So, regardless of what, we're gonna shut this down. We appreciate y'all for hanging with us this
Do
entire
not
time.
forget
You
to
really
share
do.
this with somebody who needs it.
Absolutely. We
This
left you
is
with
gonna
enough
be
messages
recorded,
today,
right?
so it's on YouTube, and
Oh,
it'll stay on
really?
YouTube
It's
forever.
Alright.
It's
We
documented.
appreciate you. And until next time, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.
Throw the car on the floor.